Hey everybody, it's Holly from the Urban Homesteader and welcome to the garden. This is such a strange time of year for me to be out here, but there's a reason for it and let me explain. So first of all, I should tell you, I am surrounded by small piles of snow, and underneath the snow and underneath piles of leaves, there's ice chunks. And here I am standing in a t-shirt. It is a balmy 64 degrees. It feels like 90. It was a long, cold winter. I will say that. It honestly feels amazing out here. But it's a little weird that we're out here in the garden, and the reason for that is because of my asparagus. So I should probably blame myself, but I'm going to point a small finger to Mother Nature for this delay of what I need to be taking care of today. I remember last fall, which is when you should be cutting back your asparagus, once it turns brown and brittle and all that, it's just ready to be cut off and then let nature do its thing. Well, last fall, I had every intention to do this, and then all of a sudden one day we had a large snowstorm. And at that point afterwards, I was like, okay, guess I'm going to wait till spring, and here we are. And the reason I want to do it now is because I'm anticipating spears coming up, because that's when it happens for asparagus. Actually, kind of right around my birthday, so I'm very excited about that. We've got a couple of months to go, but in the meantime, we just need to clean this up. So that's all we're going to be doing out here today. As anxious as I am to get out here and start plucking around, I need to not, and you shouldn't be doing that either. It's way too early. Let things just be as they are, and you will have your moment in the garden sooner than you realize. So anyway, today we're just going to cut these stalks back and compost this stuff, and that's it. I just wanted to kind of, share with you guys that it happens. You don't have to be a perfect gardener. I certainly am not, but if this did happen to you, don't panic, don't freak out. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm just going to throw my garden gloves on here. I had these caged, and honestly, I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to have to cut around the cages or cut through the cages. I feel like they're going to be kind of a tangled mess. Let me get this out of the way a little bit. And then I'm just going to end up composting this. So, you don't want to compost this if you see it looking like it's diseased or anything. And sure, it certainly doesn't look great, but this is how it's supposed to look actually in the fall. But it is how it looks right now too, and it's fine. And you're going to want to cut down no more than 2 inches from the ground. Probably get as low to the ground as you possibly can to cut these spears off. And that's it. Once I've got these big stalks off, I'll probably take the cages off and clean it up a little bit. This looks like a ratted bunch of hair. It looks kind of disgusting. Like, ugh, but it's not disgusting. It looks how it should. Okay, that 2-minute project waited a long time to get accomplished. But I could look out here every day and see this mess, and I'm like, oh, I can't believe I didn't get that done. But again, not the end of the world, not a big deal. All right, so now what I'm going to do is clean this up a little bit, and then I'm going to be spreading a little bit of compost on here. I've got a mixture of worm castings. So you guys probably don't know this because I don't think I've ever mentioned it. I actually have composting worms in our garage, and their castings are what they call black gold. So it's kind of funny because in the bee world they call the honey liquid gold. So apparently I'm surrounded by gold, which is great. So the combination of the worm castings and some chicken manure, I'm going to be putting that on top of this. Asparagus is a very heavy feeder, and so I'm just going to give it that little bit of an extra boost. So come springtime, you might be wondering, like, when does the asparagus come up? For me, that's a question I can't be very specific about, but what I can tell you is, like, when the soil temperature 4 inches down, when that becomes to be about 50 degrees, that's when you're going to start seeing the spears come up. And that'll happen here, central Minnesota, mid-May, which is, like I said, right around my birthday. So yay for me. These crowns are only 3 years old. This will be the first year that I'll actually be able to harvest. Also very exciting. And then I'm going to only harvest for like 1 or 2 weeks. And then whatever else comes up after that, I'm just going to leave it because I want these plants to be coming back stronger and stronger every year. As excited as I am to harvest the asparagus and of course eat it, I still want these plants to become very well established. So that's going to be my plan. For now, I'm going to, like I said, clean this up, trim these down probably a little bit, and then put some compost on there, and I'll bring you guys back for that, okay? All right, well, that was just another 2-minute project that has now been completed and ready for the next step, which is going to be my worm castings and my chicken manure. I was going to put some mulch on top of this, but because of the sloppiness of my garden and the lawn and where the wood chip pile is, I'm going to just hold off on that, and I probably won't do any wood chips or mulch until after I'm done harvesting, and then I, call it a day with that. So this is how it's going to be for now. It looks amazing, and I will tell you, there were some weeds that were coming in here and that were green and ready. So I feel like we're almost there. So I'm very excited. This was a great project. Honestly, I'm kind of considering leaving it every fall just because I always get the itch so bad to come out into the garden in the spring. This was a perfect little job for me. Got my hands dirty, got something accomplished, feeling good about it. Putting myself a little bit at ease just to cure my antsiness, if you will. All right, we're gonna just dump some of this on here. These are the worm castings. There was no measurement with this. I just grabbed a partial bucket and dumped it in here. I should probably do a video for you guys on the worms. They're so easy and give you such a great product. All right. And don't worry, my chicken manure is not hot. I always grab from the bottom of the poop pile. Oh, I even have some snow chunks in here. I think that's it. That's all we're going to do. Okay, yay spring. Well, of course, you guys, I will be bringing you along next time I'm out here. I don't know if it'll be for this or if I'm planting or what I'll be doing next out here, but either way, you'll be coming along with me. So if you like what you saw and if you enjoy learning new things about gardening, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I can't wait to see you guys next time.